Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone this morning? So good, I hope. So good. Okay, so, my hands are cold this morning, so I need to get stitching. If you are brand new here, if you would like, follow, share, comment, all the things on Corbiere-Scott Designs, I would greatly appreciate that. On Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and then ask to join our private Facebook groups like this one, Stitchalong with Anne Facebook group, and Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group, as those are the places where you can post photos, and that's the way we can, share what we're working on. So I am continuing to stitch on the blooming flowers. I brought back an oldie but goodie. I am stitching it on a tea towel this morning. And last week we talked about, good morning, Valerie. We talked about adapting a Adornit pattern that usually uses sulky thread to using traditional embroidery floss, DMC or JP Coats, those kinds of things. But also changing your color scheme. And so I thought we would go over that one more time. What I did was I made a chart. I went to the pattern, and I looked at the colors they chose and what all the different components of the pattern, right? So I broke it down to outline, lettering, leaves, flower center 2. That, I think we talked about this last week. Good morning, Brenda. And then I chose colors that, number one, that I had DMC floss or JP Coats floss already on hand. And then I also considered where I would put those colors, right? Because that's certainly a thing to think about and give some thought to, what colors you want where, etc. And finally, I think that we need to consider where they work in conjunction and what just speaks to us, right? I like bright colors, and so that I chose all bright colors. So I am currently stitching the lettering around the edge and what colors we put near each other. So really consider that also. I use my color wheel. I use it in my traditional art making and in my stitching. I like to use, I like to consider the colors that are harmonious with each other. So green, the opposite of green is red, and because I have kind of a light green, I went with light red, which is pink. So those two work really well together. So there's a lot of things to consider, but you just want it to be aesthetically pleasing to your eye. And if you were a cross-stitcher, you have lots of DMC floss. I certainly do. I did a couple of projects with a girlfriend, and we used Cosmos floss on those projects, and those were beautiful flosses. You know, it's kind of like how I think about art supplies is the kind of the same way I think about embroidery, stitchery supplies. I'm not going to deny myself any cuteness. I want to use all the things, right? I mean, within reason. But, you know, I don't want to be locked into one thing or another. I like to just try all the things. I think that, so I finished all of my green. I'm finishing all of my pink. That's so funny. Does anyone else do like all one color and then all the next color, or do you do a section? What's your stitching pattern? You know, do you stitch all one color? Do you ugh. I went out to dinner last night. I have an aunt and an uncle who are visiting from Michigan. And so we went out to dinner with two aunts and my uncle and my cousin's wife and Jeff and I, and we went out for Mexican food. And Arizona Mexican food is very, you know, it's kind of its own thing. And we had a cheese crisp, which is a very Arizona thing. And it's different than a quesadilla, because a quesadilla is folded. A cheese crisp is, oh my gosh, it's so delicious. It's a flat tortilla, and it's crispy. It has melted cheese on it, but it's crispy. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. Anyway, it was a lovely dinner. It was. And lots of giggles and lots of nice stories, and oh, it was lovely. It was lovely. Oops, there we go. Jeff is headed out to Cali today, and he's taking water to the community center, a community center in Altadena. And I know. Isn't that so funny? The stitching of this lettering, it's so funny that you say you don't want to move the hoop. So I was stitching, and I knew that I had done it in such a way that I would have to move the hoop. And I don't know why that's such a thing, isn't it? I do too. That's so funny, Brenda. Sometimes I want to do all one color, and then sometimes I'm like, no, I want to finish like the whole center of the flower, or who knows, whatever the thing is, but you know. So, hey, I read this. I'm excited about stitching this all in bright colors, though. That's for sure. Oh, I just wrote my giant to-do list for the day. They are never ending, aren't they? To-do lists. But they do kind of keep me motivated and because I like crossing things off. That's silly, I know, but little weird things that we do to trick ourselves into being productive. So I was listening to Mending Beautifully. You know, I love her. And she had an interesting thought this morning. She was talking about, is there a small or large action that you can do today, that you can take today, that will make a difference, make a difference for you, make a difference for someone in your family, make a difference for someone in your town, make a difference in the world, whatever, you know. And that the small or large action could, today, even right now, and the process of just thinking about it, I found this fascinating. The process of just thinking about the small or large action that you could take, and it's up to you, right? Whatever it is, just might make a difference. Like getting yourself in that mindset. I thought that was very interesting. And then she talked about let's see if there are actions we can make today that can make the world a better place. I know it sounds daunting, but it doesn't have to be, right? It can be something small that has a positive impact on the world, you know? Like taking water. That's a big action, right? But just smiling and greeting people on your morning walk, or what do I want to say? I think just greeting people with a smile. People in the grocery store or in the doctor's office or wherever you spend your time, you know? I think that all, you being here with me and me being here with you, that's a small action, but it has a big impact. Let's see, I bought 3 different kinds of apples. One of them is called Envy. Oh, I love an Envy. Oh man, it was so sweet. I want to go back and get more. I haven't eaten the other 2 yet. Okay, so yesterday I remember after Pop-In Paint Party, I said I was going to get a massage, and so I did. But I forgot to grab tip money, and they like to be tipped in cash. And so I said, I'm going to run to the grocery store, which is like right next door, and grab some cash. And so while I was in there, you walk into the produce section. So I was like, let me just go take a gander at the apples because I can't help myself. So I went over to the apples, and I noticed there was a new one, and it was called Opal, O-P-A-L, and it was yellow, and it kind of made me think that maybe it was a Golden Delicious, like a version of a Golden Delicious, and it kind of was. And I got home and I ate it because I had only eaten a banana, and it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was just okay. And I bought 2. So I was like, I broke my own rule of just buying 1 at a time to see if I like it. I did buy I also bought some ambrosia apples. If you see I think the opal was just kind of sweeter than I don't like a tart apple. I just like an in-between apple, like kind of halfway between tart and sweet, if that makes sense. Anyway. I did end up with like 5 different apples. 2 of them were those opals, and they were okay. They were just, I start to think about, like, I'm kind of discovering what apples are the most appealing to me and what apples are like, it's all right. I just found that interesting. Anyway, I do love an envy apple. Did you eat it with peanut butter or did you eat it just by itself? And if you eat it, when you eat them, do you cut them up or do you eat them whole, like take a bite out of it? I almost always cut up my apples. What about you? Valerie, Brenda. And you know, it's so interesting. It was the first time in a long time that I had an apple that I was like, that's just okay. So I made my little chart of colors for my flower, but now I'm kind of feeling like I might want to repeat this pink somewhere in here, and I don't think I have that, I don't think I have it anywhere in my little chart, so I might make an addendum. Okay, then Brenda, try those opal apples if you happen to see them. Then I think you might like that, because I think it was quite reminiscent of a Golden Delicious apple. So I was stitching this because, for a couple of reasons. When I designed it, when I drew it, I just have this this belief that if we surround ourselves with positive affirmations and visual reminders of things that are impactful to us, it can have a positive effect on us, right? Like in the newsletter last week, I talked about purchasing a bouquet of flowers for yourself. Everybody take a drink. Buying yourself a bouquet of flowers. I got this beautiful bouquet of flowers at Walmart, of all places, and it was $4.99. $4.99. I'm certainly worth $4.99, as are you. And the thing that I found myself thinking about, do you remember a while back we talked about there was a study from Rutgers University about the power of cut flowers, like the effect cut flowers can have in your home, can have on a person. And so I thought about, that's kind of always in my head, you know, about how, I told you, Jeff buys me supermarket flowers every week, and I love them. I love so many things about it. I love the fact that he chooses something just for me, and I love that the effect of those flowers has this lasting effect on me, that I can, so I initially, trim the stems and put them in fresh water and add the flower food, right? All those things. But then, like, as the week goes on, in a couple of days, I will pull the flowers out and give them a fresh trim and change their water. And then they will live on, right, for more days. And every time I walk past them, I just feel like really nice feelings, They bring me happiness and a sense of calm and a just kind of a peaceful state of mind. Just flowers on my kitchen table. And then sometimes I go to Trader Joe's and buy myself more flowers. And they have the same effect. So then I started thinking about how even if you hey, Linda McGee, even if you give yourself those flowers, right? Because we had talked about that you can buy yourself flowers, right? Buy yourself flowers. And the effects are the same, because you buy yourself flowers because that's a little form of self-love, right? To buy yourself a bouquet. And think about the how nice it is to just have that little visual reminder of self-love. I'm all about about positive affirmations and all of that. But so when I was drawing this design, I had read this quote and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to put that on something. Flowers can't solve all problems, but they're a great start. And they certainly are, aren't they? I cut my apples. Oh, wait. Oh, good thinking. Yes, Valerie, that is true. When you're on the go, it's different than when you're at home, right? The ambrosia apples I got are huge. So I was like, that could be like a whole lunch if I ate some peanut butter with it. Delicious. I love that they have all these different kinds of apples now. I love it. I love it so much. They all make me so happy. Anyway, it's something to think about, the effect cut flowers can have on us. I think I even put a link to that article, the article about the Rutgers study. Oh, this is looking so pretty. I think after this, I want to do the center and then kind of work out from the center. I'm kind of digging that idea. Linda McGee, how are you doing? I know, I do love apples. There's something about an apple. Not that I don't like all fruit, I do. The only fruit I really don't love is a kiwi. I don't know why, I think because it's a little bit slimy. So it just, I don't like key lime pie. I'm not a tart person. My sister loves tart things, but I love lemons. So go figure. Whatever. Weird girl. I just sent my great niece Desiree a bouquet of flowers because she had a little surgery. And, you know, it's expensive to send flowers. And they didn't arrive on time, and they, so I called the, like, they didn't arrive, like, right after her surgery, which was the whole point, right? And so, I did call and say, I want to make sure that you're sending her fresh flowers because nobody deserves flowers that have been sitting in the delivery van for days, because they were supposed to be delivered Friday and they were finally delivered yesterday evening. Anyway. But her mom sent me pictures and they're beautiful, so I'm glad of that. That's for sure. I'm glad of that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys about this. My friend Jennifer, who has been, she's a tremendous seamstress. She has been sewing things for me like nobody's business since, well, James was a baby. She sewed baby clothes for me all those years ago and has sewn things for me on and off ever since. Anyway, she's sewing some patches on my art apron and I'm going to pick it up today. But she had sewn something else for me and we had met and she said, hey, I put a little something in the bag for you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this darling bag that she put in there. So look, has a flap and then there's a pocket back here. And then this, this big pouch part. I just love it. I just love it so much. And the fabric is gorgeous, isn't it? It's just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. She's such a talent. She is such a talent. And that little bit of sparkle. I love that. I love it. I love it. I don't even know exactly what I'm going to put in it. I haven't figured that part out yet. Yes, 4 days late. And, you know what they offered? They offered a discount, like a 25% off coupon for my next order. I will not be ordering from them again. So whatever. I just wanted her to get nice flowers. Do you know what I mean? It was just frustrating. Oh, Brenda, 9.5 inches. Yikes. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so my great niece lives in Arkansas, and they got snow too. Everybody take a drink. It's so crazy, isn't it? It's so crazy. There's so much crazy weather. Okay, I'm going to get these last 2 stitches, I swear. And then tie this off. So how about you, Valerie? How's the weather for you? Have the winds shifted at all? Are you, now I'm thinking about an envy apple. Didn't eat breakfast yet, so now I'm thinking, oh, I could go up and eat one of those ambrosia apples. If you get a chance to try those, give those a try. They're kind of, an envy is that's kind of my kind of apple too. And, oh, okay, here's a question for you. Do you store your apples in the fridge or in a bowl? I gotta get all the way across by the end of this class. I'm doing 2 strands, by the way. I like a cold, crispy apple too. You too, Brenda. Yeah. I do too. I think maybe that is why that apple wasn't as appealing to me too. I just ate it when I got home. Like it wasn't cold from the store. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of room temperature. I should have just waited, but I was impatient and hungry. And those 2 things don't always lead to great decisions, do they? Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about my my one good thing, like one thing that I could do to make a difference. I'm thinking about that. What will it be? What are you stitching today, Brenda? I'm curious. You too, Val. What are you stitching? And I was thinking about what I want to stitch next. I'm feeling like I think I might want to, well, I would like to finish up a bunch of things that I've got started. Like I told myself I was going to finish a bunch of things that I've got started and then move on to the Stitches in Faith collection. Because I do kind of have... Good morning, Rosemary. How are you doing today? How are your hands? So good, I hope. So good. Anybody else have any unfinished projects? I always thought it would be fun to do some kind of a I don't know how, like, logistically how we would do it, but like I don't know, like where we meet and we... Oh, Rosemary, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad. Seasonal sentiment. Okay, all right. Oh, I get you. I get you, Valerie. I know. So, Brenda, you are a avid stitcher. You actually finish things. And I try really hard to finish, like, because not just finish it, but then finish it into something also, not just finish the stitching part. I can finish the stitching part, although I do have a few things that I need to catch up. But I was thinking about, like, is there a way that we could do a stitch along where, I mean, we are interactive here, but I was like, is there a way that we can, I don't know. Oh, that's right. You have the felt stockings. I remember that now. I don't know. I just thought that is there a way that we can, I don't know, do an interactive stitch along? I mean, this is interactive, I guess. I guess I just need to fully form my idea before I talk to you about it, and I haven't done that. Sorry. But you know, that's how my brain works. Rosemary, what are you stitching? I do love a back stitch, I have to say. It's just so clean. I love it. I love it. I do have a lot of French knots in this one too. That's for sure. But they'll be so pretty. Oh, cute. Those snowmen. I know that whole mug collection is so cute, isn't it? such a talent. I don't know how that'll knot back here. Is anybody watching anything? Oh, Rosemary, I think that's a beautiful idea. Who wouldn't love that, right? Yeah, I just, I don't want the art of embroidery to die. I want, and I think giving it as gifts helps keep it alive. Do you know what I mean? I think that, and hopefully, you can teach someone to embroider. I know my great niece wants to learn, and so I thought when she comes in the summer, I actually thought this pattern would be a good one to teach her on because it's some pretty basic lines. And I would just have her do it all in backstitch. But then I could show her how to do French knots after she did all the backstitch. There we go. Almost to the end. I do. Hey, so have you guys bought those tea towel? Did you buy the tea towel rack thing that, like the display rack thing that Adornit was selling? I bought that and I just love it. I just love it. It just gives, it just kind of showcases your tea towels. But I also like to hang them on my stove and on my dishwasher handle. How about you? Do you display them in your kitchen on the tea towel display rack thing? Do you hang them on your stove, on your oven door? Do you hang them on your dishwasher? Because my dishwasher has a bar in the front too. Bread basket. Ooh, pretty, Rosemary. That's a great idea. Almost there. Man alive, my fingers are so cold. That's such a weird thing, isn't it? Yeah, I really like that holder. It's pretty. I'm thinking about where I want to go next. I think I have the center of the flower. I think I have it in, let's see, flower center circle. Orange, one yellow. Satin stitch. See, I'm thinking maybe I want to do one of these in pink. I want to do something here in pink so that I repeat that color. Because the green, I repeated the frame and then the leaves. I'm feeling like I want to do the same. And a lot of things where they had two colors, like there was two colors in the leaf, I broke it down to one. But I've done that kind of in all of the things I've embroidered. Sometimes I just change things just a little bit, just to kind of suit my needs or my desires. Oh, it doesn't have a, that's too bad. They're so pretty, don't you think? There's something about an embroidered tea towel, don't you think? Now I just have the word all and I'm done. Thank you for keeping me company while I stitched it. Getting another major cold front. Absolutely, Brenda. But don't you think like days like that are such good stitching days? You know what I mean? To just be inside and not have to go out in it. There's something about that's so funny. I have this Afghan that I started years ago. And you know, I live in Arizona, so I can only work on it in the winter. Because now it's getting to the point where it's heavy and but sometimes it's kind of nice to work under that nice heavy Afghan. Like today would probably be a good day because my studio is in the basement. I live in a tri-level house. In the basement, if the upstairs is warm, the basement is usually not. Weird, I know. Yikes, Rosemary, 17. Yeah, you know, my sister lives in Montana and my dad lives in Michigan. Well, you guys know that. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, right on the Canadian border. And it is mighty chilly up there. But my dad's coming out for a visit at the end of the month, so I can hardly wait. And I'm sure he will just sit in the backyard in the sunshine the whole time. I was just thinking about the power of flowers some more. I just love flowers and kind of always have. Oh, I also saw this thing today, Brenda, that was about the easiest flowers to grow are zinnias. Interesting, right? And for a cut garden, and it's a girl I follow on Instagram, and I'm trying to remember the name of her account. It's like lazy gardening something. I don't know. I'll find it and I'll put a link here. Anyway, she talked about how, because I've thought about like starting some seeds, like starting the process inside and then planting them in the spring. Because I had really good luck when I grew a bunch of zinnias before, and I thought, and I just bought seeds at like, Home Depot or the grocery store or whatever. So I thought about like maybe getting some seeds from like a seed catalog and seeing if I could grow some different like some different species of zinnias. I don't know. Just thinking about it. You're a springtime girl. Interesting. Yeah, I do like the spring. And you know what's so funny? Because I live in Arizona, our spring is, you kind of have to, it's not as prominent as when I grew up in Michigan, where spring was a huge thing, right? But here, it's, I just have to be more aware of it. And so, I appreciate it much more now. But I think there's kind of, maybe that's age. I don't know. There are things that you appreciate longer or more as you get older. Almost there. I will finish this last L and then we will do our comfort book. And then I will decide where I want to put some pink in here. I don't know. Like maybe, you know what I was just thinking? Maybe just some of these French knots I could do in pink. That might be kind of cool. I don't know. We're getting a little bit of freezing temperatures here. Like I think like 2 days ago they said it might freeze at night. But other than that, not much. I have not finished them, but I will finish them before tomorrow. How's that, Valerie? Did you finish yours? Because I went for my massage and then we went to dinner with my family last night, and so I thought I was going to have way more painting time, but I didn't. But I will today. I will. Oh, whoops. Did that too quick, I think. I didn't tie a knot. Ta-da. Okay. So cute. Okay, let me get the comfort book. Oh, I'll show you my dots that I have so far, Valerie. There we go. So I have to finish this and this, but I will by tomorrow. Oh my gosh, and I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it. Are you loving yours? I have never played bunco before. Do you like it? Everybody take a drink. Okay, let's just pick a page. Here we go. Tips for how to make a bad day better. Get up, get washed, get dressed, stand up, move your body, put your phone in another room, go for a walk, stretch, place your legs against the wall, get some sunlight if there is some available, head, if you can, to somewhere green, a garden, a park, a field, a meadow, a forest. Breathe deeply and slowly and consciously for a little while. Phone someone you love. If there is a nagging thing you are expected to do but really don't want to, cancel it now. Do it now. If you can, cook a good meal and concentrate on the process. Cooking is the best kind of active meditation. Avoid artificial blue light, especially after dark. Allow bad thoughts because that way they pass through quicker. Watch some TV you really like, but before you watch it, work out how long you want to watch for and stick to it. If it is a clear night, watch the stars just as Marcus Aurelius did in times of turmoil during 2,000 years ago. Nearly 2,000 years ago. Sorry about that. Go to bed before midnight. Don't try too hard to get to sleep. Just allow your mind to absorb the day and let all those fears and frustrations float through. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? That was good. That's a good something to ponder, isn't it, for the day? And now it's time for me to wish you a wonderful Wednesday. I adore you all and thank you so very much for joining me each Wednesday morning. It just starts my day in the loveliest way, and I hope it does the same for you. So, I will see you tomorrow in Pop and Paint Party over on Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook page, and then I will see you next Wednesday right back here, and hopefully there'll be lots of progress done here. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.